Vlog number 10, here we go, here we are. And this is going to be exactly what you need to hear. This is going to be a wake-up call that's going to rattle you lot that are stuck within excuses and using your reasons too as a reason against. Most of you all have got something going on within your life and you're saying, oh, I can't do this because of this. No, that is why you're there, and it's a choice to stay there or it's a choice to be the solution to the problem. Listen, you could be a further problem to the problem and hinder the problem and stay hesitation towards doing anything about the problem because you actually subconsciously think you deserve it. The traumatic event in your life that perhaps you have created because it's who you are, it's how you believe and think of yourself internally, then listen, again, let me say this clear and straight. We have what we deserve. We get what we tolerate. If we've got what we tolerate, that means we have what we deserve. There's no arguing about that. And for black, there's white, there's in, there's out, there's up, there's down. And so there's only effects in this world. And so that's whatever you've got in your life right now. It is an effect of a choice that you've made. Like it or not, you created it. It's time to wake up. It's time to rattle out the fucking excuses if you're still stuck within excuses. Using your reason to as a reason not to. It's fucking awful. So let's go, alright? You don't need the external motivation. You don't need to be tuning into me. You need to be tuning into yourself. You actually just need standards within your life. People chase external motivation like junkies chasing a hit. But motivation is weak. Motivation is weak. External motivation is weak. It's unreliable. You're leaving it up to the other person to show up for you. When are you going to start showing up for you? You're in control of you. Be reliable to yourself. It's a feeling. External validation, external seeking, external motivation. You're chasing the feelings, you're chasing the dopamine hit. Fuck your feelings, they're liars. What separates the winners from everybody else is they're making excuses as standards. You don't go to the gym because you feel like it. You go because you want to be better, you want to be more. You might want to not be fat as fuck, you might not want to be skinny fat. Like wherever you are, you just might be slightly unhealthy and you want to be more healthy and have a longevity of life. You don't need to be shredded, but you do need to be healthy. And like I said, if you're a man and you're not 14% body fat or less and you're 14% and above, for every 1% above 14% body fat, you're 1% bitch. Because your testosterone is suppressed and compressed into estrogen. You're literally turning into a bitch. And so if you're there and you're 34% body fat, you're 20% bitch, which tells me you're indecisive, you're foggy, you're unclear, you're uncertain. And when you come to describe something, you're talking from A to Z instead of A to B. You're acting like a bitch. Time to lose that fat, lose that gut. And if you are fat and you have got kids, that is what they're expecting. You're setting their standards. Like it or not, you're setting their standards, and monkey see, monkey do. You don't build a business because you're motivated, because you build it because you're inspired to do more and to give more value and to be a solution to the problem. Most of you all are just a problem to your problem. You don't need to execute because you're inspired. You need to execute because it's your standard. You do it because it's your standard, it's who you are. So who are you? What is the results that you've got in your life? The results in your life right now are a representation of who you are. If you're relying on your standards, then you're unstoppable. If you're relying on external motivation or validation, please sir, can I do that? Fuck you. If you're relying on that external validation, the external appraisal, external approval, external motivation, listen, let me tell you something about motivation. People wake up and say, Chris, I'm just not motivated. You were motivated to say that. You're motivated to be a little bitch. What is your motive to action? That's what I want to know. What is your motive to action? We need to create a motive to action. What is that? What is the goal? What is your kingdom? What is the North Star that you're going towards? We all need a goal. We all need to be inspired in internal motivation, inspired to do more, to be more. Listen, again, to have something. We all want to have without the be part. We don't want to do the be part because that means that we need to look internal. We don't want to look internal. So let's try and just Not be more, but just do more and do more and do more without being more, but just do more and do more and do more, and we're suffering, broke, busted, disgusting because we're just doing more. You can never outperform your self-image. You can never outperform your identity. You can never outperform the be part. So I don't give a shit how much you're doing. You never outperform the be. Who you believe you are internally inside, the unconscious voice, the unconscious story that's playing over and over and over again. Like, here we're born into sin. Negative energy is 18 times more powerful than positive. That means we need to be more intentful, more purposeful, more driven, and lean into what we need to do. Lean into being more. Because it's not our innate indoctrination. It's not where we've been indoctrinated to live. We're indoctrinated within this world with everybody else's fears, everybody else's regrets, everybody else's story of why not, why we can't. No, it's why that is their excuse. Why we can't, why they're telling us that we can't is their excuse of why they gave up. So all along, you're agreeing to be suppressed by the external world. That becomes your identity, and then you begin to validate that identity, even though you know it's wrong, even though you know it's not right, even though you know it's not who you are and who you were born to be. You've complied for that long that you're running on your ego now, and you don't want to be proven wrong, even though you internally know you're wrong, and you know it's wrong, but you still do it because you've lived that script for so long. Do you want a good example? Blockbuster and Netflix. Along came Netflix and said, listen, we're going to bring people's movies to their house. Blockbuster said, we've got this. We've been about for like years and years and years and years, tens of years, decades. People come here over a weekend, and we did, and I used to enjoy it. I was one of them, and we'd go and we'd choose the VHS, right? We'd choose the VHS, and sometimes as a kid you get the poster, and so you go in with the family and you choose the movie and you get it on a Friday, you return it on a Saturday, or you turn it on a Monday, or whatever it is, right? But it was a little event, it was a little day out, and you went and chose a movie. Netflix said, I'm going to bring it to people's homes. Blockbuster says, no, you're not. We're defending the right to know that we are better than you. Who are you to come in here and innovate and disrupt us? We own it. So they went bankrupt overnight, right? And they deserved it because they let their ego and their pride. Who do you think you are? They had an offer of a share, a very wealthy share as well. And they would be sitting quite pretty right now. Bankrupt. You're bankrupting yourself by holding on to the identity that you know is not true, living a life that you know is not true. You're choosing to be less. And that makes you worthless. You're not worthless, but you are worthless because you're not living you. You're not being authentic to you, who you were born to be. You know who that is. You've just suppressed it that long. It's still yelling at you, crying at you. Let me free, let me free. But you don't listen to it. You suppress it. And anybody's telling you that is courageous enough to stand out and go, fuck you, this is the way I'm living authentic to me, this is my voice, and I choose to be free. Then you choose to attack that because it goes against the indoctrination that you were given because you want to be proven right, that your way is right, even though you know your way is wrong, and you're just going to defend it, and it's fucking sad to see. Alright? And so, stop seeking the external motivation. Seek the discipline, but you can't have any discipline in your life towards it if you're not got the goal. And so what is the goal that you're going towards? What is it you want to create within your life? Who do you want to be? Who are you? Start there. If I want to be free, I've got to be me. Great guy said that, Bob Proctor. If I want to be free, I've got to be me. Who is me? Great place to start. So who are you? Who are you deciding to be? What is the thing that you want? What do you really want? What is it that you really want for your life? Build backwards from that. You don't just go onto a building site and then work towards the house being built. The blueprint is already there. Everything is done backwards. So they had a goal, they had a blueprint. What is the blueprint that you're creating, that you've created for yourself to work towards, to work from? The builders work from that. And so you need to create a blueprint for your life and work from that. Who does that demand you to be? What joists does that require the house to have? What doors does that require the house to have? What windows does that require the house to have? They're working from the blueprint. You need a blueprint for your life. You need a goal for your life. You need to have the kingdom that you're creating, working from. Who does that demand you to be? Who does that demand you to show up as? Stop waiting to feel like it, because you're not. It's your identity. Do it because it's your identity. Create a new identity. You need to eliminate the old identity. You need to decide to step up to be more so you can have more. Stop running the spot and just doing more. Listen, I've got a biological dad. He walked in one day after work, newly married, walked in, my mum hanging, dead. He walked through the door, she's dead. And I don't know what that's going to feel like for him. All I know is that he left, he fucked off, and he left me, and I get brought up and raised and adopted with my grandparents. And so he went on his little trauma wheel, and he's still doing it right now today. He's on his little trauma wheel. Blaming everybody for this and that, and attacking people for what's going wrong in his life, even though it was his fault. He's not looking at his demons. He's choosing to go to all these universities and work at universities and work for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 universities at the same time, running himself ragged, trying to outperform what's in his mind, how he sees himself, the PTSD that he's got from walking into his dead wife hanging there. You need to unwind, you need to delete, you need to, like I said yesterday and the day before that, is what do you need to delete from your life? You can only run for so far, but you've got to get exhausted. We've only got so much of this time left. Once that's gone on this side, you don't know how much of that you've got left. You don't know if you've got that much left, or you don't know if you've got a couple of grains left. It's frightening, right? That's what you're living off of. You don't know how much is ahead, but there you go. Stop looking for the push from me, from everybody else. Stop looking for the push. Be your own fire. Create your own fire. Become obsessed about it. Be willing to live and die by what you want and what you're creating and who you are. Be convicted in what you're doing. The goal doesn't care about your feelings. It demands execution. It demands you to be someone. Who does your goal demand you to be? Does it demand you to be less? Does it demand you to be worth less? Because if you're doing less, then you're worthless. Then you are worthless. So what it means, oh, I'm not worthless, Chris. Yes, you are if you're doing less. And that's why you've chosen to suppress yourself, allowed others to suppress you. Now you're depressed. You're depressed. What's the way out of that? Is to express. Winners aren't motivated. Winners have the motive to action. They've got the goal. They're obsessed with their standards, who they decided to be. You need to work harder on yourself. Jim Rohn said this: you work harder on yourself than you do on your business. Work harder on yourself than you do in your job. Work harder on yourself than you do on anything else, because you can never outperform who you are, who you're choosing to be, and the unconscious, subconscious thoughts, patterns, and beliefs, the conversations that you're running. And so let's start today. Let's create a goal, but let's create a standard. Who do you want to be? Be obsessed with waking up every day. Listen, every day above ground is a blessing and a gift. And so what blessing and a gift have you got to be upon the world today? I'll say it again. Every day above ground, every moment after you open your eyes is a blessing and a gift. And so what blessing and a gift have you got to be upon the world today? What blessing are you choosing to be upon the world today? Everything is a choice, and after that is an effect. Choice, effect. Choice, effect. Choice, effect. Don't like the effects and fruits in your life from the effect from the choice that you made. Change your fucking choices. Be obsessed with the life. Be obsessed with getting better. Be obsessed by raising others up. Hold people to account. Call out hypocrisy. Think and act like Christ. What did Jesus do? What did Yosha do? What did Jesus do? What did he do? He lived only by his Father. He was betrayed by religion and murdered by religion because they were trying to hold him into a box. They were trying to have him comply. He did not comply. He chose to be free. He chose to free others from the bondage. He came here to free us. And so free yourself. Think and act. Begin right now to think and act as Christ. What would Christ do? What would he do? He had conditions. Don't you dare tell me he loved unconditionally. He did fucking not. He had conditions. He had standards. He did not tolerate hypocrisy. He called out hypocrisy, did he not? That's not unconditional, that's conditional. Here's a line. Live by it. Live by the standards that you're creating. Create that new identity. Create the goal that demands the identity, that demands the execution. So who is the person that you need to be? What is the executions that you need to execute to get the goal? But like I keep saying, let's start with the be. Who do you need to be? Who are you choosing to be? Because every moment that passes, every word that you speak is who you've chosen to be. Everything that you're convicted in is what you've chosen to be. Just don't wait for motivation to show up external to force you to take responsibility, or for another traumatic event to happen in your life to force you into doing something. Choose right now. Choose right now. To have something, we need to be someone. Who are you choosing to be? Choose standards in your life. Choose to live by those standards. And choose to be free. Choose to be who you are. Choose to create that who that you are proud of. Gift yourself the ability to look in the mirror. I need to get a mirror here. To look in the mirror and never see another ounce of regret. That's it. That's it. Choose to be that individual. Fuck happiness. Fuck your feelings. Choose to be proud. Choose pride. Pride wins. Standards win. And if you're not, well, I'm looking for people here that are looking to apply. Not showing up for entertainment. Not showing up for what I couldn't give a flying fuck. What I do give a fuck about is that you improve, that you choose to get better, that you choose to take something that you heard today, heard yesterday, heard from somebody else, and you choose to start applying it to make your life better. And that's it. Because I know if you make your life better, you're going to improve everybody else's lives round about you as well, because they're going to raise to a standard, or they're just going to bask in your light. Listen, expect and demand greatness. Demand of yourself the attributes and action steps of the individual that you admire, that you would respect to be. Be that person right now. That's been vlog 10. I'm going to finish off this coffee. I'm off to enjoy my day. Stay blessed. God bless.